Hello, I'm Javier Dalamore from EventFabric team. In this video, I will show you how to connect your current application with EventFabric and how to create a simple but useful dashboard for it. For this demo, I have just created a really simple Java application to save your company's sales into the database. As you can see, it has a frame where you can specify the product that you are selling and its price. When you click on Save button, it creates a new sale with the product and the price specified. We can see here the sale entity has two properties: price, which type is a double, and product. Product has only one property, and a string that represents its name. Let's see my main class. This code is taking my EventFabric username and password from a config file so I can use it without revealing my password. Our next step is going to EventFabric account in GitHub and download the API that we provide to send event from a Java application. We have API for the most important languages. You can download it as a zip file or clone it using a git command. To do this, we open a terminal and run git clone and the URL that we just copied from GitHub. After it was cloned, we can import it on Eclipse as a Maven project. To do this, you can go to File menu option and select Import. You need to specify the root folder and select Finished. Now that it was imported, let's open the POM file to check the group ID, artifact ID, and version of the EventFabric API, so we can add it as a dependency to our sales application later. Now that we have imported the EventFabric API, we can install it. If you have Maven for Eclipse, you can run the project selecting Run as Maven install. It will run our test, and if everything is okay, it will install the API in our local repository. Now we can open the POM file in our sales project and add EventFabric as a dependency specifying the group ID, artifact, and version. Group ID is com.eventfabric. Artifact is API and version is 0.1.0. That's all. Now we are ready to send event to EventFabric from our sales application. So now it's time for the fun part. Let's send the sale entity to EventFabric. We can start creating a method where we are going to connect and send event to EventFabric each time Save button is clicked. What I mean is that we are going to have in EventFabric events for every time a product is sold. We can call this method send sale to EventFabric, and it will receive the sale that we want to send to EventFabric as a parameter. The first step to send event to EventFabric is to create Event Client. Event Client receives as parameter our credential in EventFabric, I mean the username and the password. This class is under our EventFabric API, so we need to import it first. Now we can call the method authenticate. Authenticate will create a session with EventFabric. After that, we can send event as many times as we want. Here we are creating event client each time that we want to send a sale, but this is not necessary. We can create it one time and then we can reuse it. If the authentication is successful, we can call send event. Why are we sending an event and not the sale directly? Because event represents more than the sale. It represents something that happened in some point in the time. And also, it needs a channel. A channel is a kind of event that we will use in the dashboard to subscribe for this kind of events. So let's call it sales. Remember this because we are going to use it when we create the dashboard. The value is an object node. So we need to convert our sale to an object node. For that, we can use Object Mapper. Object Mapper has a method that is called value to tree. This method can convert any entity to an object node. Now that we have our value, we can send the event. Send event return a response. This response has a status code. If the status code is 201, we can show, for example, a message saying that the event was sent successful. If the code is not 201, we can show a message saying that an error happened when the event was sent. That's all. In less than 7 minutes, we have connected our application to EventFabric. Now it's time to create the dashboard. To do that, we have to go to eventfabric.com. The first thing that you need to do to create a dashboard is to subscribe to an event source. We can call it sales source because we are going to listen for sales. To connect to a source, you need to specify the channel and the user that produced this event. Let's test if everything is okay. We can simulate a new sale of shoes. Look, as soon as the sale was saved, it was received by EventFabric. If we check for the event received, we can see that it has the same information that we have just produced in our sales application. Now it's time to visualize some information about sales. We can add a widget that shows us the number of sales by product. The best widget for this kind of information is a pie chart. When we connect an element with another, we are describing how the events will flow through our dashboard. The events will go from the sales source to the pie chart widget, but going first through a transformer. In this case, we use a transformer to specify to the pie chart what kind of information we want to display. We have template for each kind of widget. In this case, we need to set label and val. Label is a different kind of product, and the transformer should get it from value, product, name. Val is 1 because we want to represent how many sales we have for product, so for each event that we receive is a new sale. Here you can see that even when I'm sending different prices for each product, in the pie chart every product represents 1/3 of the total, so it is taking the value 1 each time that I'm sending a new event. I have just added a new widget so you can see that with the same event you can display different information. In this case, I will show you in the bar chart how much money we are earning per product. We create a connection with the source, and we now can go to the template for bar chart, and here we can see that we need to set the same variables, label and val. But in this case, for val, we are not going to use 1. We can remove it. Val in our case will be price, and the label will be the product name. Now, if we send new sales to EventFabric, we will see that the bar chart will display the price for each product, but the pie chart is showing how many times we are sending event for product, so how many times we are selling that product. Look now, if I add 3, now is 7, and if I sell it at 1, now is 8. Thank you for watching this demo, and I hope you'll find EventFabric useful for your company or application. You can find more information in event-fabric.com. Bye bye.